Let me tell you, share with you a distinction between a dream and a fantasy. A doctor gets on the phone with me and says, I'm 57 years old. My practice has never really produced a lot, but I know that if I can get 6 months or 7 months training with these cementers, that I know that's all I'll need because I've been in practice a long time, and I know that I'll be hitting some peak numbers, and that's all it'll take. That's a fantasy. That's why chiropractic management companies sell fantasies. That's why you have, if you get on Facebook, your practice will explode. Fantasies. They're fantasies. The reality is that the dream says, what I'm going to do is going to transform people's lives. I see this human condition called kids that need care, whatever that is. Or kids that are even 80 years old are still needing care because they just got this little kid inside that never really got taken care of, you know, physically and emotionally, So it's got to be sustainable. It's got to be scalable, meaning it has to be able to grow, or it won't be blessed. If it can't be scaled, it won't be blessed. Scalable means size. Reproducible. Scale would be, I see 100 a month. Can that 100 a month turn into 100 a day? The startup energy and the enthusiasm and the passion around that, it has to get fun at some point, even if it's not where you want it to be, anticipating the relief of not worrying about your business when you wake up into 3 o'clock in the morning. Man, that will drive the urgency. And I got off on that subject because if there's no sense of urgency, it's a fantasy. All you're doing is going through the motions. Just like a patient who says, I want to get well this year, but I'm not going to be able to come only once a week. They're living a fantasy because there's no sense of urgency. Are you following me? And there's no action being taken. So that's fantasy.